Hiya. Today I thought we'd talk about renewable energy. We've done lots of car stuff recently, so I think it's about time we did something that doesn't involve wheels. However, I do have to go out for a bit because I've decided what I really need in life is a GoPro. I'm going to shoot off and do that, and then when we get back, we'll have a look at renewable energy and where I think that's going in the future. That took longer than expected. So renewable energy. Well, it's the fastest growing kind of energy generation. I mean, it really is amazing stuff. You've got solar panels. You've also got wind energy. See, it's quite windy today. So that's why I'm not actually flying my drone. I probably could, but I've got other things to do, unfortunately. You've got geothermal, you've got tidal, you've got wave. You have also got hydro, just remember that one. But wind and solar are the ones which do the majority of the heavy lifting when it comes to renewable energy. The problem is they're both quite intermittent and unpredictable, and that has always been the downside of renewable energy, but that is a downside that will fix itself quite quickly as batteries become cheaper and more durable and more able to level off the peaks and troughs in renewable energy generation. What I predict is that over time we are just going to move to renewable energy 100%, backed with big batteries and a international energy grid that enables countries to export or import power as they need throughout the year. Because, for example, we're in the UK, so solar is fantastic 6 months of the year and rubbish the other 6 months. Wind, we've got quite a lot of that. It will take time to build all these resources and it will take capital, but we can get there. And when we do, there is one advantage that renewable energy has over any other form of energy, and that is that basically renewable is actually a bit of a misnomer. It doesn't renew. I mean, when I put a solar panel out, it's not using up the sun and then the sun sort of regenerates overnight. No, it's just that the sun is there every day. So I actually think that we should probably call renewable energy limitless energy or infinite energy, because functionally, as far as the human race is concerned, it is limitless. The entire power requirements of the whole human race could be met by about a fifth of the Sahara Desert being covered with solar panels, a fifth of a desert where very few people live. And that's current energy generation. We could easily meet the future needs of humanity on this planet using limitless energy, as I like to call it. So, yeah, that's what I think we should be concentrating on. Not nuclear, certainly not finding new and expensive ways to extract fossil fuels from deep down in the earth. I mean, that's just mental. Oh. There is Elon Musk recently, well actually was it Elon Musk? No, Solar City recently released a little advert report basically saying that with a little map of the US and then three little sort of smallish squares, well very small squares, and it said these are the areas that would need to be covered with solar panels to power the whole of the US. I mean, it's an absolute no-brainer. Now, how we get there That's the bigger question. And I actually have an opinion on that too. I mean, houses cost a fortune, and the government is always coming up with new and inventive regulations for housing developers. So, whether it's insulation in the loft, or well insulated doors and windows, or whatever the regulation is, it wouldn't be particularly far-fetched for them to just say, okay, new regulation, you have to have at least 10 kilowatts of lithium batteries in the garage or the basement for a family home, and the roof has to be covered in solar panels as far as they, with the exception of any roof surface facing north. And you tie that in with a smart grid that would require a few billion to create, admittedly, but a few billion, I mean, that's like what, a couple of months worth of nuclear power station construction fees, and and that would allow the power to move from the places that have it to the places that have not enough, and it would cut out maybe 80% of the power requirements of the UK, and the remainder could easily be met using, well, sort of nuclear power stations before they get decommissioned, or comparatively green natural gas power stations could fill in the gaps. So that's the future of energy as I see it, and how I hope it goes. I think it'll actually take longer. I don't think the government's got the balls to, forgive the phrase, to actually go for something that a lot of people would consider radical, and the housing developers would hate it. Although, ultimately everyone wins, because it would reduce people's power bills. So, you'd have a slightly bigger mortgage, but you would have slightly less monthly bills to offset that. So it actually probably wouldn't really cost you that much. The main reason they probably won't go for it is energy lobby. They're definitely not going to like it. So yeah, that's what I would recommend the government does. If you're listening, David Cameron. So what do you guys think? Am I miles off the mark? Or maybe we should just be digging loads and loads of oil wells all over the place? Leave me a comment in the section below, because I'd be interested to find out what you think. So I hope you've all enjoyed today's vlog post. If you have, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you tomorrow for another episode of my daily vlog. Bye!